Why Starfield is doomed, huh?
Starfield is doomed. Give your family my condolences and tell your sister to stop calling me Pim because
I bet it did. It must have. It must have totally did. I bet that's what happened.
Doomed to make Skyrim look like Skylanders. Doomed to make Fallout look like Wipeout. And doomed to lose a lot of money because they put it on Game Pass day one. But doomed to make Doom look doomed. Think about it. Welcome to Flavor Town, Sony.
The game just was so broken. It could have been so good, bro. I had so much fun on Starfield when I first got it, and I was like avoiding doing all the glitches and just actually trying to have fun. But all these games are just so vast and so big, and it almost just seems like nobody ever plays the game because like you play the game and immediately find a glitch. Like you could find a glitch in Starfield within 4 minutes of playing the game. And it's like, wow, the people who made this just didn't care about it at all. So I guess it was just happy at the fact that it was free and I didn't have to pay for it. But I guess in the end, I'm paying almost $20 a month for Game Pass. So low key, I did pay for it. I don't know. It was, yeah. After, I think, 2 days, about 40 hours of playing the game and only getting like 20% of the way through it because I was just exploring so much and then realizing that there was so much stuff that I could just glitch out of the game and take. I played it for, yeah, I think about almost 40 hours. And yeah, experienced the whole game and didn't even beat it. Insane. It was so stupid.
Cucks out there complaining on Twitter all damn day, finding any reason to pick at this masterpiece just because Xbox has Starfield and your precious little PlayStation doesn't? What's the problem? I thought you liked watching your property get fucked. Think about it. This game is going to be the game of this century and the hype is already there to match. You go anywhere and you hear the echoes of Starfield being rung far and wide. Even Post Malone is talking about it. How many times have you heard people say Starfield in the last week? Exactly. Remember that congressional hearing about those
I haven't heard about this game
space fellows?
since it killed a
yeah,
week
right.
it came
that was
out,
all just
honestly.
one giant PR stunt to get people thinking about Starfield. Think about it. You walk down a shady alley, Todd Howard is there.
You are pissing me off.
Open the fridge, Todd Howard is there. 2 a.m. cracking open your computer to blast one off. You better mean a rocket, says Howard. In Starfield, says Howard. So now let's talk about how this game is doomed to be the greatest game ever made. First, when I initially saw the Starfield gameplay, as someone that has known Todd Howard since birth, it looked like dog shit. Sorry, Pim. I call it like I see it. The gunplay was stiff, the movement was stiff, the enemies were spongy, it looked bad. Then 3 months ago, they did the whole Starfield Direct where they showed even more gameplay after delaying for a whole year, and I was really worried until I saw that it still looks like shit, and I'm very...
It's insane, but like the clips that he's showing, this is not what I saw. I don't know how I saw this game, but I must have saw a way more completed version when I was getting ready to play. Because when I heard about the game, it was like just about to come out. I didn't even know it got delayed and all of that. So that's crazy. There was hella hype around the game when I found out about it.
Very happy to see that the combat still looks awful because that is a direct reference to Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, Morrowind, Oblivion.
Oh my God.
As a direct reference to Fallout 3.
Why does it look like that? Oh my God. That dead ass is like how whoa.
Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim's shitty combat, which is a lifelong supporter and owner of 12 copies of Skyrim. I just think it's a nice tip of the cap, all right? It just shows me that they care about the fans, the people. Second, I am incredibly hyped to see that the world looks at least 16 times larger than what we normally experience in Bethesda games, because if there's one complaint that I've always had, it's that the bugs Bethesda games are known for are always packed in way too closely. That's why people hated Fallout 76. It was too much of a good thing. We like to pace the bugs out like a fine meal. And I can't think of any better response than spreading all the bugs across an entire galaxy. Because think of just how many playthroughs it's gonna take to find each and every bug. Think about it. So your kids right goddamn now. Get ready to buy that collector's edition. Get that fancy watch so you can track the exact time that Todd Howard breaks your heart. Think about it. And speaking of extending the playtime, I am ecstatic to hear that there are no cars or buggies or galactic golf carts to explore planets faster. Because I think that those trivialize the authentic experience of that 1 hour slog through a wasteland, or in this case, a planet void of any civilization or life whatsoever. Which fantastic news, by the way, is going to be the vast majority of planets. So get those walking Crocs on, pimp. This was Todd Howard's quote specifically. There are more than 1,000 planets, and about 10% of those planets have life on them. But it doesn't stop there. Because you see all those planets over there? Well, in 0% of them, you have bitches. But the third thing that I'm most hyped for over anything is the RPG and overall immersive role-playing mechanics. In a post-Baldur's Gate 3 world after that game invented the bare fucking sim, many sodomites and furries are wondering if Starfield can quite reach that special spot inside of them like that bear did. And luckily for all of them, it will surpass that. Massive Todd Howard has personally coded in countless romantical encounters, boundless skill trees, and detailed character backgrounds that shape our character and how we interact with the world. All so that we can roleplay as the greatest man to ever live, Todd Howard. Eat it, Gandhi. Oh, that's right, you don't do that. One more point for honest Todd. You can't stop this man. Think about it. But speaking of gambling, now I gotta bring in one of my biggest disappointments with Starfield, which is my only disappointment, by the way, and that's the lack of a real money gotcha gambling system. How am I supposed to drop 1,000 real-life dollars gambling for big-budget waifus like my favorite streamer, Zach Rar, if they don't put gotcha mechanics in the game?
That's right.
I want to feel that high of dropping $100 to get loot crates full of women.
That's right.
Is that too much to ask for, Bethesda? After all we've been through together? Don't let this be just the way it is.
That's right.
Think about it. Gotta lighten the mood a bit. I gotta say the fan service never ends with old retard here. Check out this trailer right here.
And again,
Do you see that? Let me slow it down. There is no ultra-wide support, as is apparent by the massive black bars, and that is a direct reference to Fallout 4. You can't sneak that past me. Classic Todd Howard. Classic Todd Howard. Man, that's classic Todd Howard. Now, in other news, let's talk about procedural generation. Daggerfall had it 27 years ago, and they never used it again because the world wasn't ready to have their minds blown. Now get ready because... Nah, I'm too stupid to give a shit, but I do give a shit about these graphics. Gee willikers! I usually don't ever care about graphics, but when it's a Bethesda game, I do. These graphics are as beautiful as Todd Howard himself. The way the sun is sunny and the contrasting colors contrast, I'd say it puts the Sony cuck games to shame if I didn't know that they were into that. Next up, let's talk about some more Bethesda fan service. These character models all have that... I'm hiding two bodies in my chest freezer stare about them, and by God, if that just isn't a direct reference to Fallout 3, I'd be shocked. This is fan service right here. Take notes, everybody else. Especially look at this guy. They did an incredible job animating this guy right here. I mean, it's indistinguishable from a real-life human. And I know many of you are probably going right now, oh, Shillazoid, what about the budget cut issues? And to that I say, don't stray from the word of Todd. He doesn't like that. Besides, you already know, brother, all of this is a part of Todd's plan. Don't worry, the modders will come soon. And of course, finally, now let's talk about the ships. Because this is obviously a space game, you can fly ships, shoot ships, but more impressively, build ships with impressive detail. Almost 16 times the detail. Kind of like the most impressive Banjo-Kazooie game. So you fellas better watch out in the sky up there, because I'm gonna make my cock rocket as soon as possible, then I'm gonna dock every last one of you dudes. Wait, hang on, Paul. Now time for some review predictions. Place your bets. I'm guessing the reviewers will quit their jobs and retire to the mountains of Antigua after they play this game, because they know no game after this will ever even have a shot of getting close to the masterpiece this game undoubtedly is. Now, as for some quotes I think we can expect out there come game day, I'm thinking IGN will say some corny shit like, reaching for the stars. GameSpot will say something like, did Starfield stick the landing? And Kotaku will say something like, wait, hang on, let me get into roll. Too many of the stars are white. As for my score, I'll say it right now, 12 out of 10. Don't listen to the naysayers. Todd Howard has never been involved in a bad game. Crank that hype train full speed ahead. Pre-order 20 copies, that's what I say. Because if you do that, you're gonna get the special Todd Howard telling you sweet little lies from the other room ASMR pre-order bonus, and you don't want to miss out on that. Here's a little taste to play us out.
16 times the detail. Sometimes
16 times the detail.
I'm gonna play quarterback for the Cowboys. These NPCs are
I
not.
want to play quarterback for the Cowboys.
You are pissing me off.
Oh, somebody's cheeks got taken right there. I heard that. But I just have a feeling that there's not a single person that develops video games that actually knows what they're doing or cares about it. That's all I'm saying.